So, you think all you out there have heard about the so-called tariffs that are planned. What do you think that's going to mean? Do you think it's going to affect you? I bet you think you're going to be able to handle it, huh? Well, let me explain to you how these tariffs are going to affect all of us. The tariffs are going to be put mainly on products coming from China. What are these products? Well, just about everything in here you see comes from China. Your parts for your car, a lot of the electronic, matter of fact, let me rephrase that. All of the electronics in your vehicle, whether you have a truck, whether you have one of them great big, God almighty, they're so big, guys, I can't even believe it when I see them. One of them great big four-door pickups. Or if you have an SUV, or a four-door sedan, or a car. All of those electronics are made in China. Okay? Those are going to go up. When you get in a wreck, what happens? Okay? What happens when you get in an accident? Okay? Stuff on your car gets messed up. Then you got to go get it fixed. You go to a body shop or a mechanic. Your insurance is going to go up also because of the tariffs. Because the insurance company has to pay for the repairs. Because you're when you buy insurance, the insurance company is saying, we're going to basically back you up. That's what insurance is. Okay? I'm the insurance company. You're giving me $1,000 a year, and I'm basically saying, I got your back, bro. If you get in a wreck, I'm going to pay for it. That's what insurance is. So the insurance company is going to have to also boost the premiums on you because the parts are going to cost more because of the tariffs. This is what you guys didn't think out. You didn't think this out, bro, when you casted your vote. Now that's just with your auto. That's just with vehicles. That's just in the automotive world. Naturally, the parts for your car is going to go up. The prices on new vehicles are going to go up, and your insurance is going to also go up. Steel is imported from China. Almost everything has steel in it. That's going to go up. Now, if those Washington D.C. boys do everything they say they're going to do, they're going to impact a lot of people in a very bad way. And you see, guys, I have a theory about the man that most of you elected. Okay, I'm trying not to get political. I'm not going to say his name. But my beliefs are that he is a big time racist and a big time bigot. And they are hell bent to get rid of the black population in America. That's my theory. I'm not advocating on their side. I'm not saying they're right. I am simply saying that's my theory about the boy that you just put in office for President of the United States, that he is hell-bent on getting rid of the black population of the United States of America. But now I want to ask you once again, do you think you're going to be able to handle all that? I don't think you are. You might think that you're going to be able to handle it with all your your thousands of rounds of ammunition and your 3 or 4 AR-15s. You think you're gonna be able to handle all that? You ain't gonna be able to handle it, brother. If somebody wants to come in your house, you ain't gonna stop them. They're gonna take all your ammo. But that's another story for another time. I don't think many of you understand how severe the tariffs are going to be on you and your family. They're going to be very, very severe. There's a lot of stuff that comes from China. Okay, and you're not thinking of the whole circle. You're only thinking of some products. You're not thinking of the stuff that goes into electronics and the insurance companies. You're not thinking of none of that. I believe what's going to happen is there's going to be a really, really, really bad revolt. I hope I'm wrong. But many of you might get just what you wish for. So, give me a second here. I'm going to think of what else I wanted to talk about. Now, the flip side of the coin is what's already begun is people don't know what's going to happen, so they're hanging on to their money right now. If you notice, the economy went sharply downhill already because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, so they're holding on to their money to be extra safe. Now, once things take a turn for the worse, I hope they don't, this country may fall into a very, very, very severe recession. Very severe. And I hope many of you do live with your mommy and daddy because you're going to need them to feed you. And they might need you to feed them. You know, they're saying, I know what many of you are saying. Me of all people should know this since I own a Harley Davidson. You're saying, oh, they're going to do the tariff thing to boost people, to force, basically coerce people to buy from the United States. You know, you guys, you can't buy a pair of shoes. There's only a small handful of companies that make shoes in the United States, and they're like $300 or $400 a pair. You can't buy a pair of sneakers that are American made. They're all made in China. You know, I told my wife at the dinner table today, there's a way to stop the migrants from coming over the border. All these companies that the U.S. businessmen had financed over in China, why don't they start making some products in Mexico? Give those people a chance to make some money. Then they would have jobs, they would have money to buy food, and they would have money to buy a home or pay for an apartment. And they wouldn't want to come to the United States. You know, these Chinese companies, guys, they just didn't spring up on their own. Okay, they got built with American money, American financiers. There's a lot of businessmen from the United States that have bankrolled China that you don't know about. There's a lot of ghost companies. There's a lot of invisible companies. Okay, American people are some of the biggest suckers, if not the biggest suckers, on the planet Earth. You can basically steer them any way you want to steer them. The way you do it is with fear. That's how you steer the American people. But they're some of the biggest suckers, if not the biggest suckers, that exist in the world today. Now, if I'm right, I want when all this starts hitting the fan. I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm right, I want you to come back to my channel, and I want all you naysayers to start hitting the like button. And I want you to give me credit, and I want you to build my channel into one of the biggest channels that ever existed. And if I'm wrong, you can hit the dislike button, and I'll remain a stagnated channel. But if I'm right, every single one of you out there, every single one of you MAGA voters, you owe me. I know there's probably about 95% of you are MAGA voters, and the other 5% of you didn't even vote at all, like I don't. And the reason why I don't vote is because your vote don't count. Okay, they say it does, but it don't. You seen what happened with this last election, guys. The elections today are lies. They're complete lies. I stopped voting probably, I think 1977 was the last time I voted, and I'm never going to vote again. Now it's the crookedness in government politics is worse than ever. The United States of America's politics are probably the most crookedest government on the face of the earth. What you're witnessing now is nothing new. You're witnessing a government that was put in place that hasn't been fully started until now. It was put in place when Kennedy was assassinated. That's when the New World Order, the new United States government, was established. And it was not able to fully run until right now. Now you're going to see the result of that. And what it's mainly built to do is there's a large part of the United States government that wants to get rid of the black population. They're racists, they're bigots, and they're evil and rotten people. And they also want to get rid of all minorities, anybody that's basically not white. Anyone that's not a white American, they're going to get rid of you. If not now, they'll get rid of you in the long run. Which I am totally against it. I am actually for. I actually like black Americans more than I like white Americans because I am a minority myself. I'm Italian American myself. I'm part of a minority. So I understand their struggle. You know, you hear black people saying, I'm driving while I'm black, I'm shopping while I'm black, I'm going in a bank while I'm black. Well, see, you don't understand that unless if you're a minority. And what the meaning is, all eyes are always on them. Okay, and they're sick of it. So I hope I'm wrong, but the tariffs guys are going to be monumentally destructive for the everyday person, for the working person, for the working stiff. They're going to be monumentally destructive. If you're low on money now, you're going to have to go without, or you're going to either be real low on money, or you will have to go without. You will have to tighten your belt and just forget about a lot of stuff. The insurance, like I told you, the insurance for your car, whether you're driving a car, truck, or SUV, your insurance is going to go up, possibly by 50 or 60%, because the insurance companies, the parts are going to go higher. So of course they're not going to just eat that. They're going to have to raise their insurance prices too. My insurance for my Cadillac is $1,200 a year. It might go up an additional 40, 50, or 60%. So I'll be paying on a car that's 11, 12 years old. I'll be paying $1,700, $1,800 a year insurance. There's going to be a lot of people. They won't be able to afford insurance. Maybe they'll lose their car. They won't be able to hold the job down. Or they're going to have to drive illegally like many of them are doing now. And that's why there's a lot of hit and runs now. There's a lot of hit and runs because people, they don't have insurance. They can't afford the insurance now. And it's going to just get worse. But you voted. This is what you wanted. Now you're going to receive what you voted for.